Firm right now for a free legal consultation.
Don't put this off. There are strict time deadlines to file a claim, so call right now to see if you may qualify for a settlement. If you or a loved one took Chantix and were injured or died, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now. Call 1-800-472-6611. That's 1-800-472-6611.
Screaming goats and the mealworms. Screaming goats and the mealworms.
It may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane.
If you ever took Accutane or one of the generic versions, Amnestine, Clarivis, or Sotrex, and you now suffer from inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
I'm Attorney Bob Goldwater. If you or a loved one has taken any of these drugs and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now for a free consultation and to see if you may qualify for financial compensation.
Several juries have recently awarded millions of dollars to Accutane victims, including awards of $7 million, $8.6 million, and $10.5 million.
If you or a loved one ever took Accutane and you now suffer from inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, call 1-800-798-0066.
Yay.
If you have a hip replacement, listen carefully.
Johnson & Johnson has recalled almost 100,000 DePuy
First
hip
challenge.
implants. If you've had a DePuy hip replacement and it's
We won
been
the first
removed or it's
challenge.
causing you problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us
We won
right
the first
now. You may be
challenge.
entitled to financial compensation.
If you've had a DePuy hip replacement,
Us.
call 1-800-927-6767.
We, us.
1-800-927-6767.
Oh, good jeez.
If you have inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, or
Oh.
ulcerative colitis, it may
Oh,
have been
no,
caused
no,
by the acne
no,
drug
no.
Accutane.
Oh.
Several juries have recently
God,
awarded
no.
millions of dollars to
I got
Accutane
eliminated.
victims, including awards of $7 million, $10.5 million, and $25 million.
If you or a loved one took Accutane and now suffer from inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, call 1-800-319-1000. That's 1-800-319-1000.
Oh, yeah.
Attention Avastin users.
If you or a loved
I
one
was
used
busy
the
in the
breast cancer drug
confessional.
Avastin and suffered gastrointestinal
Oh, I forgot
perforations, congestive
something
heart failure, kidney
important.
disorders, permanent
Look at the
disabilities,
people
or
footing.
even died, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
I
Call
was
us right
late.
now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Oh,
If
crap.
you used the breast cancer drug Avastin and suffered any of these injuries, call 1-800-391-5000. That's 1-800-391-5000. If you took the drug Depakote while pregnant and your child was born with spina bifida, cleft palate, facial
Portland.
deformities, or any limb
Tyson.
growth deformities, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Brianna.
Now, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you took Depakote and your child was born with
Have we?
spina
Just
bifida,
gonna
cleft
check.
palate, facial deformities, or any limb deformities, call 1-800-925-9000. That's 1-800-925-9000.
Attention
Thank you,
Zocor users.
The
Stacy.
FDA warns that the cholesterol drug Zocor can cause severe muscle pain, rhabdomyolysis,
It's
myalgia,
lagging.
and kidney failure.
If you took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a
Bye,
loved one
Libby.
who took Zocor and suffered from
Bye,
severe
Libby.
muscle pain,
Libby, those words.
rhabdomyolysis,
Libby,
myopathy,
goodbye,
or
everyone.
Call 1-800-487-4949. That's 1-800-487-40.
If you used an ice cold therapy machine, this message is for you.
If you or a loved one used an ice cold therapy machine and were seriously injured,
Call the
Goldwater
Goldwater
Law
Law
Firm
Firm
right
right
now.
If you
now.
had ice therapy after
Yeah,
your
just
surgery
surgery.
and don't have any of
What?
these injuries, call us
Let's
right
from
now.
the plucking.
Financial compensation.
If you or a loved one used an ice cold therapy machine after surgery and were injured,
Call 1-800-858-3118. That's 1-800-858-3118.
Pancakes.
If you took the drug Topamax,
This is our second challenge.
if you took Topamax while pregnant and your child was born with a cleft palate, cleft lip, or a genital malformation, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you took Topamax while pregnant and your child was born with a cleft palate, cleft lip, or a genital malformation, call 1-800-632-5000. 1-800-632-5000.
knee replacement victims.
Certain hip and knee implants are defective. If your hip or knee implant has been removed
Oh.
and is causing problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Certain hip and
Text
knee implant
impacts.
medical devices can fail, causing you severe pain. Sometimes the hip and knee devices must be replaced entirely. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If your hip or knee
Yay!
has been removed or is causing you problems,
Yay!
822-4672. That's 1-800-822-4672.
Attention rice farmers, it's not too late to file a claim against Bayer Crop Science.
If you are a farmer or landlord who grew long grain rice between 2006 and 2010, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
There are time deadlines to file a claim, so call us right now.
If you are a farmer or landlord who grew long grain rice between 2006 and 2010, call 1-800-698-4747. That's 1-800-698-4747.
Attention, the blood-thinning drug Pradaxa has been linked to heart attacks, strokes, and internal bleeding.
If you took Pradaxa and then suffered a heart attack, stroke, or internal bleeding, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If you or a loved one took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you took Pradaxa and then suffered a heart attack, stroke, or internal bleeding, call 1-800-731-7000.
Gets
That's
eliminated.
1-800-731-7000.
Who gets eliminated?
Mothers and fathers of children
Insane in the mind brain.
Antidepressant drug Paxil has been linked to heart, brain, and spine damage, and many other horrible birth defects in newborns.
Birth defects are a family's worst nightmare. It's a terrible thing for a family to bear. If you are a mother or father and your child has a birth defect, the drug Paxil may be to blame.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. The manufacturer of Paxil has agreed to pay more than $1 billion to settle hundreds of Paxil birth defect lawsuits.
Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now for a free legal consultation. You and your child
Brianna
may be
got
entitled
0
to
votes.
financial compensation.
Jen,
If you took the drug Paxil when you were pregnant,
you got 0 votes. Avanzo, you got 0 votes as well.
your child may be entitled to financial
Daisy,
compensation.
you got 0 votes as well.
Right now.
You got 0 votes as well.
To see if we can help.
You got 0 votes as well. Wait,
Attention
4
mothers and
votes.
fathers. Some
you got
antidepressants and other drugs taken during pregnancy
See,
can
you
cause
got 4
serious
votes
birth
as well.
defects.
This means we have to.
Fexor, Zoloft,
and see.
Celexa, Wellbutrin, and Lexapro,
And
as
you
well
can't
as
decide
seizure
who
drug
it is.
Topamax, can cause
me.
horrible birth defects. Some harm a baby's heart,
Choosing to
brain,
eliminate.
spinal cord, lungs, or other
Hold on.
vital organs, and can cause spina bifida, cleft
Bye
palate,
bye,
cleft feet, or
CIT.
other birth defects. If you took any of these
Bye
drugs while
bye,
pregnant and your
CIT.
child has a birth defect, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
I'm attorney Bob
Do you have any
Goldwater.
last
Call us
words?
right now. Both you and your child may
Goodbye,
be entitled to
everyone.
financial compensation.
If your child has suffered a birth defect after their mother took an antidepressant or seizure drug while pregnant, call 1-800-555-1212 for a free legal consultation. That's 1-800-555-1212.
Attention, users of the birth control NuvaRing.
If you or a loved one used the birth control NuvaRing and suffered a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or blood clot, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now. Call 1-800-391-5000. That's 1-800-391-5000.
Attention, the prescription painkillers Darvon and Darvocet have been pulled from the market.
If you suffered serious heart-related problems or cardiac toxicity, or if a loved one died from a heart-related problem or else committed suicide while on Darvon or Darvocet, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call the Goldwater Law
No,
Firm
the
right now for a free
worms
case evaluation.
have more people than us.
1-800-332-8585. That's 1-800-332-8585.
Whoa.
Attention, the diabetes drug Actos has been linked to bladder cancer.
If you've taken the diabetes drug Actos and now have bladder cancer, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If you or a loved one took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a loved one took Actos and were then diagnosed with bladder cancer,
Call the Goldwater Law Firm at 800-242-3733.
I'm lagging behind.
242-3733.
If your child was born with cerebral palsy or brain damage, call the Goldwater Law Firm
win.
to find out what really went wrong. Both you and your child may be entitled
Let's
to
win it.
financial compensation.
Let's win it for well
I
team.
want to make sure that you and your family are taken care of. Call me right now.
If your child has been diagnosed with cerebral palsy or brain damage, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call 800-796-9779. That's 800-796-9779.
Attention accident victims.
If you were seriously injured in an auto accident in the last 3 years, even if it was your fault, you may be entitled to money you don't even know about.
The Goldwater Law Firm helps victims of car, truck, van, and SUV manufacturing safety defects, including tire blowouts, roof crush, gas tank explosions, and seatbelt and airbag failures.
Call the Goldwater Law Firm at 800-972-3400.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If you or a loved one was seriously injured or killed in a car accident in the last 3 years, even if you were at fault or already received an insurance settlement, there may be additional money available that you don't even know about. Call us right now.
For a free case review to find out if you may be entitled to additional compensation for your injuries or your loved one's wrongful death, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
Call 800-972-3400. That's 800-972-3400.
Attention liver damage victims. If you are hospitalized for liver damage, this message is for you.
Tylenol and several other pain relievers have been linked to
I'm
liver
gonna
failure.
vote Tyson.
If you were ever hospitalized for liver problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
The makers of Tylenol and these other pain relievers may be to blame for your liver injuries. If you or someone you know has been hospitalized for a liver injury, call the Goldwater Law Firm
Receive
right
the
now.
votes.
You may be entitled to
Rely on
financial
you,
compensation.
Marshmallow.
There are time
You're
deadlines to
safe.
file a claim, so call us right now.
Cameras
We
are
are only
there
representing victims
now.
who died or were hospitalized for a liver injury after taking Tylenol. If this has ever happened
Betsy?
to you or a loved one, call the Goldwater Law Firm right
Jeff?
now. Call 1-800-555-1212.
Yes.
That's
Goes to, that goes
1-800-555-1212.
to Jen. We have a tie between Stacy and Tyson. So you can decide who to eliminate, but it is up to me. I'm choosing to eliminate Stacy because I'm crying over Casey.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Bye, Stacy. Bye, Stacy. Stacy, here's your right to versatile. Do you have any liquids? See ya, pooks.
If you took Ambien, Lunesta, or Restoril and were then seriously injured in any type of accident, or if a loved one regularly used
We just got us pooks.
from any cause within the last 2 years, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now.
Ugh.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call 1-800-632-5000. That's 1-800-632-5000.
Attention women.
If you took Zoloft while pregnant and your child was born with a birth defect, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. Zoloft may be to blame for your child's birth defect. Call us right now. Both you and your child may be entitled to substantial compensation.